Young, Famous, and African. Season 2, let's review. Hey you guys, my name is Dimakato. Welcome to my channel, Dima M. Today, we're going to be talking about the hottest show on Netflix right now. So Young, Famous, and African is a Netflix original first African reality television series, okay? Starring African stars. In fact, the show is currently trending as number 2 in SA. The show follows a group of friends who are African entertainers and A-listers as they go about their lives, having fun, flirting, and fighting in Johannesburg, South Africa. Now, season 2 intro is like very interesting. There is Diamond. He's in a jet. You know, he's just lounging, like he's in his lounge. Like, oh my gosh, are you serious? He picks up the phone and he calls Naked. Is like, listen, dude, I'm about to land in Johannesburg. Can you please gather everybody, okay? Put together a nice welcome party for me. And Naked was like, say no more. Say no more. I got you. I will sort this out for you. There goes Naked, calls everybody, okay? Calls the whole entire crew to say, listen, you guys, it is time for the awkward reunion. Let's do this. I just loved how these different scenes were pulled through, you know? So first of all, you get KANYI in a white gown and she's getting her makeup done. And she's like, what? What are you saying? Are you saying that everybody's coming together? Of course I'm there. I'm definitely there. It shows NADIA. I mean, she is a South African rapper. She is in the studio. You can see her. She's just having time of her life. She's like, count me in. I am there. I will definitely join you guys. It goes to Swanky. Swanky is in a Porsche, or is it a Ferrari? I'm even confused. Swanky is looking good as always. He never disappoints. For sure. It also shows Annie picking up the phone and saying, hey, what's up? Annie is in a Rolls Royce with her husband, Tubaba, and they're like, we are in Johannesburg. You don't need to ask twice. We will be there. And then, of course, ZARI, which is Platinum's ex-girlfriend and baby mama. She's like, what? The whole crew coming together? Of course I'm going to come. Of course I'm going to be there. And that's how everybody's getting together. Kaylee's also, you know, out there saying, guys, are you going to show up? Are you going to come through? And everybody's like, yeah, count us in. We are definitely coming. Now, the last part was with Andile. And Andile was like, you know, I don't know if Platinum wants me there. And Naked was like, listen, he didn't say he doesn't want anybody there. He just said, gather everybody. And he didn't say exclude anybody. So, of course you're invited. Of course you need to come. We know why, you know, Andile was a little bit, you know, unsure about attending or how Diamond is going to feel about him, because we saw how season 1 ended, you know, because obviously Andile is showing interest in ZARI, and ZARI is Diamond's baby mama. So if it's Diamond's party, you know, Angela is thinking, is he gonna want me there? That's the thing. Is he gonna want me there? And Naked was like, don't be silly, just come through. And I know everybody was pulling up. One thing I really loved about that whole scene, okay? You can see how it's very good quality, high budget production, how everything was just put together, how the scene started with Platinum going into each and every cast and where they were and what they're driving. You can see everything is shot in Sandton, very luxurious, and it's very nice to actually showcase Africa the way that the show is doing. That's what I mostly love about the show is, hey, we are living here in South Africa. We are living. We see beautiful things every day. If we don't see them, we live them, you know? And perhaps when the world watches this show and they'll see, apa. Here in South Africa, it's not only like, hey, poverty, hey, we're doing good. We're okay. We are, listen, we don't need to be saved. We don't need to be saved here in South Africa. or in Africa for that matter. And I love the fact that, you know, it's showcasing A-listers of Africa. And hopefully, as the season go by, they'll add more and more and more countries for us to see. Because even as a South African, to be honest, I mean, I'm very familiar with the South African cast. But I didn't know, who did I know from the African or ROA, rest of Africa? From ROA, I knew who? Nobody. But I like the fact that from the show, I now know Ueni. You know, she's a model from Nigeria, married to Tupaba, who is apparently like a huge musician in Nigeria. Knowing the likes of Uswenki, you know, and the influence that he has, knowing ZARI and all of that, it's very interesting and I like it. You know, Africa coming together, and I think that's what the show is about, and showcasing African luxury, you guys. There's more to Africa than just, I don't know, we need help. No. Okay. The next scene is with Naked DJ and KANYI, and they are at Sandton, or they are in Sandton rather, the Mark, and you know, they're meeting up there, just talking, and Naked was like, hey, where did you leave your man when? Did you tell him you are leaving Dubai this time around? She are into Dubai. Leaving him as if you're just coming, you're going around the corner. And she's like, no. He's back there, but yeah, we're still together. And funny enough, there was a bit of a rumor, you know, there was talks in the social streets that KANYI MBAU and her boyfriend, the Zimbabwean, are no longer together. But the way she's speaking here in the show is different. But again, this could have been short. Obviously, maybe this scene or the show was shot some time ago and everybody's talking about what's happening right now. I don't know. It's very difficult to keep up with everything that's really happening. There's also talk that maybe they're just trying to hype up the show. But the fact that he is not part of this show so far is probably alarming. I don't know. He was part of season 1. But we'll see. And the next scene is obviously ZARI has booked a whole entire store in Sandton City and is invited Swanky, because Swanky is obviously a stylist. And if you're a girl like ZARI and you can afford, you know, you can definitely afford to have a stylist come and shop with you so that you can look your absolute best. ZARI's obviously annoyed. Swanky's always late. Like, he's always late. He must always make an entrance, okay? And there she is waiting for him. But eventually, Swanky does come through. One thing about ZARI, she's a straight shooter, okay? So she's obviously asking Swanky, like, what's going on? Because season 1, Swanky and Annie were inseparable, you guys. They were like this. Like, Monwana, Lilinala. Finger and nail, they were attached to each other like a hip. You know, they were attached to each other's hips. And she's asking, what's going on? Like, you guys were like best friends, but I don't see you. Like, you invited me to an event in Nigeria. I was there, obviously I came through, but I didn't see any. What's going on, Swanky? And Swanky's like, you know what? I just feel like, you know, this friendship, obviously it was very genuine to me, but it was not reciprocated. So obviously something happened for Swanky to feel the way she's feeling at the moment about Annie. What we see next is obviously Annie and KANYI MBAU coming together. It looks like KANYI is staying at the Leonardo yet again. I remember season 1, you know, she was staying there in the one apartment and her daughter stayed in the very next apartment to them. You know, she was staying with her boyfriend, and again, she's shooting at the Leonardo. Leonardo is in fact, it is now the tallest building in Africa. Very luxurious. I think it has 57 floors, if I'm not mistaken. It's very expensive. Lovely though. You can see it spotted from very far. It is in the center of Johannesburg, Sandton, okay? So there she is. Obviously, her scene is at the Leonardo, meeting with Annie and asking Annie what is up, what's going on, are you cool? These two have always been cool from season 1, so no surprise that they come together. Again, Kanyi's asking Annie, like, hey, where's Swanky? Like, what's going on? Why? Because these two were very, very close, you guys. So Annie's asking Kanye is asking Annie, where is Swanky? And she's like, I don't know, I haven't seen her. I haven't seen Swanky in a long time. And that's alarming to her because she's like, what do you mean, Ganjani? Like, why have you not seen Swanky? You guys are best of bestest friends. And Swanky is the one that introduced Annie to the group. So it's no surprise that everybody's asking both of them, where is the other one? You know. Now, another interesting scene that I think everybody's been looking forward to is we know that Bonang Mateva, the Queen Bee, is gonna be joining the crew, all right? And there we have Nadia and Andile having a discussion about this get together. And Nadia saying, hey, are you okay? Are you comfortable? Why is she asking? Is because Andile has shown interest in ZARI. And ZARI, ex, Diamond, and baby mama, Diamond, who is obviously the man of the moment and the reason why everybody's gathering together. So Nadia's saying, are you cool with everything? And Angela's like, are you cool with everything? And she's like, what do you mean? I don't have an issue with anybody. And just like, must I remind you? Must I remind you? Obviously, what is he talking about? He's talking about the fact that Bonang's gonna be there, and we all know at this point that Nadia dated the late AKA, you know, and AKA ex Bonang. And Nadia's like, no, I don't have an issue with anybody. There is this person, we used to be cool, but we are no longer cool. But we stopped being cool long time ago, before even me dating this guy, you know, dating AKA essentially. Though she doesn't mention his name, but that's how the conversation go. And she's like, nah, I got this. For me, that moment when Nadia talks about the fact that she's dating with AKA, she talks about how much she's so in love. Oh, you know, this guy loves me so nicely. And I'm like, oh wow, like I'm blushing on her behalf, you know. It's so beautiful to see, to have witnessed that, you guys. And yeah, you know, they show their pictures together and so beautiful, absolutely beautiful to see. Angela can't resist, but obviously, you know, talks about the fact that AKA has had very high profile relationships like he has, like himself, or Andile, and that, you know, he comes with that, including his relationship with Bonang. And Nadia is not even faced, you know. I think she's not even faced. She knows this, of course. It is what it is, but I know where I stand with my guy is the vibe that I'm getting from Nadia, which is like, yes, girl, yes. So Andile is not over-exaggerating or overreacting about, you know, being concerned about whether, you know, he is invited to Diamond's event. Because it's very evident that Diamond does have a problem with Andile pursuing ZARI, though he's no longer with ZARI. I don't know, hey? Like, he's just saying, now he's like talking about it and saying, like, you know, from being friends to enemies, like, they're not together. And we know that in season 1, he was trying to pursue Nadia. Nadia did sort of entertain the, you know, Diamond for a while, but then she made a decision and was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm cool. And she cut that cord. Like it never even happened. She cut it before it even went anywhere. So it was not even a Diamond thing. I think Nadia is the one that actually made it quite clear. No, she's not pursuing this. Because in season 1, Nadia was still dating that guy in the US. So it was a long distance relationship. Now, as everybody gets together, there's Kaylee, there's ZARI, Diamond, and Nadia. There's a little bit of awkwardness between Nadia and ZARI, obviously because of what happened with, Diamond being interested in Nadia. Now, Kaylee from nowhere sort of asks Diamond whether Andile is coming. And he was like, girl, why are you even asking me that? Like, why are you even bringing that up, And I'm like, yo, girl, you got the balls to bring this up. He's very sensitive about the whole Andile and ZARI thing. So he was not impressed by the fact that Kaylee brought it up. Annie and KANYI pull up together. They're looking good. One thing I love about this cast, you guys, yay! They take this job very seriously. They're always looking their best. They're always looking so damn good. And that's what I love about it. It's just seeing beautiful things, beautiful people, beautiful places. And you're like, yo, I have to bath and go somewhere. Guys, we can't ignore this tension between ZARI and Annie. If you guys recall in season 1, they had a lot of friction between them, okay? I'll go into that another time. But yeah, you could sense the awkwardness between them. The tension was just too much. So there they are sitting at a table and yeah, everybody was feeling uncomfortable and very cold. Hey, whilst you're chilling, Swanky walks in. Obviously, in style, Swanky always comes and he brings everything. Like he brings, like as if it's his last event. That's what I like about Swanky. Okay, we need to do like a Swanky episode, just Swanky alone and like how he shows up. Swanky comes, he does not even acknowledge Annie. Just to confirm what everybody's been thinking and what everybody's concerned about. He does not even acknowledge or Annie. Annie Lena, she's feeling a bit awkward. You're like, oh, what's going on? Even more awkward is that Swanky is more closer to ZARI at that event than he is with Annie, knowing very well that Annie and ZARI, they are not here. So that was just, maybe that even made things worse for Annie, because if anything, Swanky was the peacemaker, and Swanky, if anything, was backing Annie and would be on Annie's side in everything and anything. So to see him get along sort of with ZARI's enemy was not nice to see. You could clearly see these people are no longer friends. They don't F with each other anymore. And it was not cool. The tension was just way too high. It was so bad that Annie even moved from where they were sitting to go somewhere else, and obviously followed by KANYI because KANYI came with Annie. So it was not nice to see. Andile arrives with Naked DJ. The guys are looking sleek. You guys, this cast, they ate every look. Even the gentlemen, I just like how they showed up. Very sleek suits. Naked DJ rather, had this jacket and he wasn't even wearing a shirt. And yeah, they looked really good. Now, as everybody's trying to settle, Swanky decides to introduce, or rather be the one to introduce his friend that he's bringing into the group. Okay, saying, listen, can we just calm down because I'm about to introduce someone who's coming through now. And guess who shows up in a Bentley? Guess who shows up in a Bentley? Of course, the Queen Bee herself. She comes through. The music is playing. She's looking good. The Bentley, B for BONANG, B for Queen Bee. And yeah, no, in the proper BONANG style. There she is arriving wearing a beautiful, like BONANG, you guys. Like, tell me about the time when she didn't even look good. Like, she looked so good. She looks so good. But you guys, as BONANG walks in, some people are happy, So you can see okay, fine, Naked DJ and Bonang have an existing relationship, so they're happy to each other. They're happy to see each other. Now, but where they were sitting, some people just got off and off they went without even greeting Bonang. So that was Nadia, I think, and KANYI and Annie, if I'm not mistaken. And that was awkward because then DJ Naked is like, what's going on? Like, why are people leaving the room when somebody is coming as Swanky is trying to introduce Bonang? So that was weird. Look, KANYI was very honest in saying, listen, this girl, like, I don't F with her because I just don't get her. And because I don't get her, like, I don't understand her, I don't mess with her. So she was basically saying, no, we don't have an existing relationship. I was surprised, you guys. I thought that, I don't know why I thought that. I thought KANYI and Bonang probably would have an existing relationship. Both are friends with Somizi, but Somizi is no longer friends with Bonang. So I don't know when this tension between Bonang and KANYI actually started, you know. So that was quite. Annie didn't have an issue with Bonang. You know, she went and greeted her properly. You can see that they know each other, so that was well. So Swanky wasn't kidding at the beginning of the show when he said that he comes with a +1 or even a +2, because as we're thinking, okay, fine, he's introduced Bonang, we all know, we were looking forward to seeing how Bonang is going to integrate into the group. Then there's a new girl. There's I think it's Fantana. There she is. She's also looking hot. She's looking beautiful. The guys are drooling at this point, especially Diamond, drooling because yay, girl is thick and she is looking hot. And of course, as Fantana comes into the group, greeting everybody, I don't know if I can say I sense some awkwardness from the ladies. Maybe it is like that, like, you know, when a new lady comes in, you're like, who is this? And there was a bit of a bit, I'm not gonna lie, just a bit, okay? We'll see how the season goes, like what's going on with Fantana. But then Queen B then asked, what's going on, you guys? As I walked in, people just walked away, like, what is the vibe? What's going on? You know, and of course, you know, Fantana and Bonang, I don't know if they know each other prior to the show. We're sort of getting along quite well, or maybe newbies in the show sort of have that in common and just felt like, okay, they could get along. But you know what, guys, I'm looking forward to seeing how everything is going to unfold in this season. But the first episode alone was so loaded. The emotions were quite high. And yeah, I absolutely loved it, enjoyed it. I hope you did too. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch it. I can't wait to review the second episode, the third, and everything else. And mostly, I really want to go into detail wishing each and every cast member. I feel like each and every one of them, as I've said, are A-listers in their own accord, and they are their own brand, and I definitely would like to dig in a little bit deeper to understand each and every one of them. Yeah, but thank you so much for watching. You guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please do subscribe and do like, okay? Yeah, have yourself a fantastic time. Bye.